What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today I will be discussing my experience with dating a Sagittarius. Okay, so my ex, and I have a couple of exes, y'all. Yes. One of my exes is a Sagittarius, and I am going to um, tell you his chart placements. Okay, so you can get a better feel of this person. Okay, so first off, I do not know his exact time he was born. Okay, so I'm not gonna really be able to go into the house placements with him. Okay, if anybody's seen the um, Libra X, okay, in my experience, that video, then you know I have his birthday. Okay, but this particular one, I don't have his time. Okay, so I'm just going to go off of the sun signs and things of that nature. So the Sagittarius, he has sun in Sagittarius, moon in Leo, Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Virgo, Jupiter in Scorpio, Saturn in Libra, Uranus in Sagittarius, Neptune, Sagittarius, Pluto, Libra, North Node, Cancer, Lilith, Sagittarius, Chiron, Taurus, part of Fortune, Aquarius, Vertex, and Pisces. So now, um, because I do not know what time he was born, I cannot really go into the ascendant sign, okay? But if you don't know what time somebody is born, what you can do is when you're typing in the information, put the information in at 12 in the morning, okay, 12 a.m. Okay, and that would be the most accurate for not knowing their birth time, okay? So I did that, okay, and it made him a Virgo ascendant. Okay, when it comes to his aspects, he has Sun trine Moon, Sun conjunct Mercury, Sun squared Mars, Sun sextile Saturn, Sun conjunct Neptune, Sun sextile Pluto, Moon sextile Saturn, Moon trine Neptune, Mercury squared Mars, Mercury conjunct Neptune, Mercury sextile Pluto, Venus trine Mars, Venus squared Jupiter, Venus sextile Uranus, Mars sextile Uranus, Mars squared Neptune, Saturn conjunct Pluto, and Neptune sextile Pluto. Okay, so I didn't go off into all the other things like I did in the other video. Okay, like I previously said, I just don't have that information, so I don't want to get off into that. Okay, but I want to tell you about my experience with this person. Okay, so this Sagittarius guy that I went out with, I actually known him from when I was a kid. Okay, met him when I was in seventh grade. I went to a school for 1 year, his school for 1 year. It was in a different town. Okay, make a long story short, my father was the maintenance man. He was the head of the maintenance man at this particular middle school. Okay, and my mom and dad wanted me to go there. Okay, I didn't want to go, wanted to go where I knew all my friends, but I had to go because they told me what I was going to do. So I went there, met him. Okay, and it's so funny. This is going to make you laugh. When I first got to the school, it was this girl, and you know, she was in my class. She had every goddamn class with me, and she liked him. I didn't know him. Okay, he was an eighth grader. I was a seventh grader. So she said, "Can you hook me up with him?" And things like that. I'm like, "Okay, you got to point him out to me." So she did. And when I met him, and I was telling him, "Joe, she like you, whatever, whatever." Um, he was like, "I don't like her ass. I like you." Okay, you know, being kids and stuff like that. Me and him ended up going together. Yes. Anybody's like, "Oh, force of nature, that's some creep shit. She wanted you to put it on. You start talking from." Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, so me and her ended up having a fight because she was mad. I had to whoop her ass because I'm not gonna let you just beat my ass. Okay. But you know, when I think about it today, I'm like, damn, that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Was fucked up. You know, whatever. You live and you learn. Anyway, So yeah, had a fight with her in the school, whatever, because she was upset. She was mad. Okay. Um, Me and him were dealing with each other for pretty much the whole seventh grade. Um, and it was times when it was like on and off and things like that too. Okay. Um, the next year, I went back to, the town that I'm from, which is Roosevelt, and I went back to Roosevelt School. Okay. So now, me and him never broke up. We just grew apart. Okay, just stopped speaking on the phone, stopped talking on the phone, and things like that. I was young, so it's not like I'm going to your house and chilling at your house. Those things wasn't going on and taking place. So it was really just you going with the person in school. So, um, years go by. Now I'm probably I'm in 10th grade now, and he calls me and tells me he knows where I be at. He knows where I kick it at. He knows where my friends live at. One of my friends in particular. So me, I'm thinking he's just talking shit. I'm thinking he's just playing. He doesn't really know, but he does. And I'm like, whatever. So at the time, I'm going out with my new boyfriend. Okay, which the new boyfriend ends up turning into my first husband. Okay, so I'm about 15 years old now, right? I'm 15 at the time. So then one day I'm at my friend's house, and me and my boyfriend is at the friend's house, and then he is across the street and he's walking towards me. Okay, so now I had told my boyfriend at the time that, he was calling me saying all this stuff like that. But, I didn't think he was really going to do nothing like that. I didn't think he was going to pull up on me or, present himself like that. I just thought he was lying. Okay. But he wasn't. So he did that. And him and my boyfriend had words. Okay, they didn't have a fight or anything like that. My ex, the Sagittarius, was like, nah, me and her just cool. That's just my homegirl. That was back in the day stuff or whatever like that. Okay, now later on in life, what ends up happening is we get back together later on in life. Okay, so I'm probably about 28. Okay, at the time, probably about 28 years old. And we get together, 28, 29, we get together and we start this relationship that we do. Okay, so we had a major gap going on. Okay, what I noticed when we were younger, he was a cheater. Okay, always like chicks, a lot of them. Okay, always like a party kind of person. I always, even noticed that even when I think about it when we was younger, he always was out and about like a people person, always want to be with your friends, always want to hang out. So when we get older, he's exactly like that. Okay, he's the person you can find at the bar, at the club, at the strip club. Okay, traveling somewhere, going somewhere, in and out of state. Okay, he's like that. Okay, but we were cool. We would laugh, we would joke, we would have fun. Everything used to be like that type of thing, like kind of like a homie kind of thing. Um, I will say this: if I did not know him early on in my life as a child, when I got grown, he would not have been somebody that would have been my first pick. Okay, definitely not. So anyway, one night, me and my friends, we go out, and we was like in the city, right, New York City, and we go out, we have a good time. We come back to the hood, and now when we get back, they're like, yeah, let's stop at the bar, the local bar. We go in there, and he's in there, and I haven't seen him in years. So I see him, and I'm like, oh shit, I give him a hug, how you doing, how you been, boom, 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 regular, degular shit, boom. I go outside, smoke a cigarette. So he come and he holler, whatever, whatever. And my homegirl like, who is that? I tell her who he is. Okay, because remember, she knows the name, but now we're older. She knows the face too, but we're older, and she didn't go to school with me at the school that he was at. See what I'm saying? So when I say his name, she's like, word, for real? Oh, girl, why don't you talk to him? So I'm like, yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, we started talking. Exchange numbers and things like that. We was talking, and it really didn't jump off right away. Okay, he was still in a relationship with somebody. Okay, so that made me be like, you know, pull back, okay, things like that. They end up breaking up. He tells me about it and things like that. We get together. And everything was cool, but he always had like this sneaky side to him. Like, he could do things, you know, just all different types of things too. Okay, he was involved into a whole bunch of that outside world, hustling world, um, you know, busting licks, all different types of shit. Okay, now, what I will say is, he was a cheater. Okay, cheated a lot. I actually caught him one time, and you know, this is like story time, speak your truth. So we had an apartment, and at the time we didn't have a car, so we had to rent a car. And it was about income tax time and everything like that. So we had a car for about 2 weeks straight, whatever. We was about to move into our new place and stuff like that. So we definitely needed that rent a car. So this day, I said, I'm going to go chill with my homegirls. You know, you could just, you know, take the car, whatever, whatever, chill with your homeboys. So me and my homegirl, we trying to kill time. It's too early to go to the spot or wherever we was going to go. So I said, let's go around over there and kick it with him real quick, you know, for a little bit, and then we'll go chill. So let me tell you, we pull up, and my homegirl, she's a Sagittarius too. And let me tell you something. She memorized the license plate number to the car. And when we pulled up on the block, we didn't see anybody. Okay. But we came down the block. We usually don't come that way. And he was parked over there. Okay. So we looking, and I'm like, damn, that look like the rent a car or whatever. And she's like, yo, it is the rental car because the license plate is this, that, and the third. I said, you sure that's the car? She said, yeah. I get out the car. I knock on the window. Now, when I knock on the window, I can't see him because he's so leaned back in the driver's seat. You can't see him. Okay, he's leaned all the way back. And it's a bitch in the car with a scarf on her head. Now, I'm not talking about nothing like this, okay? I'm talking about like some, you just tied your hair up and came outside and just for some any ass kind of thing. She's looking or whatever. This motherfucker pulled the fuck off though. Pulled off. Ah! And we was chasing him around Hempstead. Okay. We were chasing him around Hempstead because I was trying to get him to stop the goddamn car. So what he ends up doing in the process is pocket calling me, okay, by accident because I was calling him and he wasn't answering. He pocket called me, and he's like talking to his friends now. Now he's not even, you know, we're not even chasing him no more because he dipped off. We couldn't even catch him. So now he says, over the phone, he was talking to his friends like, yeah, Shorty was in the car, she ain't had no panties on, da 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 da. Wifey calling me, da 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 da. I had to bounce, I had to get out there. So whatever, you were already caught. You, I ain't need to hear that shit. But thank you. So we get back to the house. I get back to the house eventually. Okay, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with him no more. Da 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 da. Whatever the case may be, he comes here. Because we stay together, okay? He comes there, explaining himself, whatever. Give him another chance, give him another try, whatever, okay? But those are things that I would continue to go through with him. Chicks, um, I never walked in on anything with none of my relationships. I'm talking about as far as having sex, people having sex, and I walk in. No, thank God, because they say God doesn't put more on you than what you could bear, and definitely, I probably would be in jail. So that didn't happen. But text messages, um, phone calls. Okay, I did have phone calls, and that's when the relationship was over. Okay, first of all, I'm either gonna be number one or I'm gonna be number none. Okay, that's just what it is. So, how that relationship ended was one day somebody called, and they didn't even call, they text. They was texting me, texting me, talking about how they be with him and they be chilling with him. And I don't care about all of this stuff. I'm like, whatever. Okay, I don't like the fact that you're texting me. Okay. And I don't know how you guys number since he got a goddamn code on every damn thing. But this is what was going on and taking place. And it was a lot of lies, a lot of games, a lot of jokes. Definitely did feel like he set me up when it came to the relationship and things like that, little underlining things, okay? I used to do live-ins, okay? And if anybody doesn't know what live-ins is, it's when you're a home health aide, a PCA, LPN, or anything of that nature, and you are at the patient's house and you have to spend a night. Okay, you might be there for one night, 2 nights, three, maybe 2 weeks, okay, and things like that. And that's what I was doing. But while I was doing that, um, he was at the house, having his friends come over, okay, and they were making like little punches and things like that, like chilling and then go make their punches, chilling, make their punches. Okay, that shit is a no-go for me. Okay, if I would have known that was going on, it would have been stopped. Okay, but I didn't know that. And when I come home, I'm home for like 3 days, and then the rest of the time, you see what I'm saying? So this is what was going on. When I realized this is what was going on, definitely was a problem. Okay, we was going through financial difficulties. Okay, he would get money here and there, but never really was consistent with making money like that. Okay, um, he did have a situation where he came into a whole bunch of money, but me and him was not in a relationship then. Okay, his mom passed, and he had got like $100,000. Okay, blew it, spent it, all these different things on strippers, on his ex girl, and things like that is what he did. Okay, but when I was with him, that wasn't what was going on. Okay, so he was making money however he was. Okay, so he would do different types of things. Steal bikes, go karts, and all different types of shit. Motorcycle bikes, stealing those things. Robbing shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it was a lot of things going on. However, this particular day, when I get the phone call, I get a phone call, and it's a text, and it's a whole bunch of different things. Um, I was ignoring it pretty much until the person started saying shit that I said to him and things that he said to me. This is where it becomes a problem. Let me tell you something. What we speak about shouldn't be spoken about to other people, and damn sure not no side ass. Okay, so that was the issue and the problem. So I told him, we need to have a conversation because this is what's going on, taking place. He was at the house when I was getting these texts. He tried to act too calm, nonchalant. I don't know who that is. Well, you need to know. That means, and that's a problem if you don't know, because that means you talk too fucking much. Okay, you talk too much. If you don't know who you told the shit to, you talk too much. So I told him, because he was like he's about to leave and go kick it with his homeboys and stuff, and I said, well, listen. I said, if you leave and don't have this conversation with me about what's going on, it's going to be a problem. And he left and went to go kick it with his boys, and it was a problem. So, I was sitting at the house and I was sipping, having my drinks and thinking and sipping and thinking and sipping. Okay, and now I'm angry. And I called my homegirl up and I'm like, I'm about to get out of here. I can't keep being here. Um, I'm just going to pick up and leave, and all of that. And my homegirl said, are you sure? I said, yeah. She said, you sure? You sure? Yeah. All right, I'm coming. She came. My other homegirl came. Um, and I was younger. So what we did was we fucked the house up. Um, I didn't touch his clothes or his sneakers and things like that. I left those things alone. Okay. But everything else I fucked up pretty much. I smashed the dishes and everything all over the floor. There was some smothered pork chops. I smashed them shits into the rug. We just took the oil and I put the oil all over the bed, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was pissed off. I was vexed. So the person that I thought was texting me, we end up going to her house. And please, y'all, this is something y'all shouldn't do this. You shouldn't go to people's houses. I know I should have went to her house, but I did. Went to her house, and I'm outside, and usually there's so many people outside this house, and nobody was outside. I couldn't believe it. Must have been God, because I was outside and I text that number and I said, bitch, I'm on your block. Come outside on the store. I'm in front of the store, da, 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 and stuff like that. And then the person texts me back and says, we're not there. We're over here. We're at a hotel doing all this stupid shit. Anyway, um, after that, that was the end of our relationship. Um, and yeah, he actually has my name on his arm. And I have his name on my hand, but it's a cover up now. It's a black diamond. And that's just the end of that. So, um, nope, I felt like I could never trust him again. Um, I really felt like I was deceived, or I deceived myself, because it was so many things to him that was hidden that I did not. I knew certain stuff, but the lengths he would go, it was like he did not have loyalty. Okay, it's things that he will do to his own family. Okay, throwing people under the bus just to come up, just to get something. I mean, it's ridiculous and disgusting, and I just had to stop fucking with him. Another thing that went on and took place is okay, so after that, that was the last time we was officially in a relationship. Now we did have conversations and we did talk on the phone and we did fucking have sex again. Okay, and then eventually that came to a stop. You see what I'm saying? Because I could no longer really trust him like that, and I didn't feel like he was deserving of it. Okay, um, definitely had another bitch. He has bitches. Period. To this day, he probably has a whole bunch of women still. Okay, that he just does whatever he wants to do. Okay, he's all over the place. One of those kind of people. But the loyalty for him was not there, wasn't presented, and I felt like that we'd known each other for so long, and we was cool, we was homies. I thought he was my friend, and I found out that he was an enemy to me. Okay, didn't have my best interest at heart. I think what he was always trying to communicate with me is that I was a good person, that I was a good woman, but he was a piece of shit pretty much. And not saying he ain't shit, but he just had a whole bunch of things that he's not into. So we did have a conversation one day and he told me that I was the best girlfriend he ever had. Okay. Um, but he said it was just overwhelming to him. And he really wasn't ready for all of that type of shit and intensity. So, like I said, you got to know when you're in a relationship what you're getting involved with, what you're dealing with. Okay, he definitely would come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. Okay, now one day I'm up and I'm pissed off, and I'm just trying to do things to try to not be mad, but I'm fucking mad. And my homegirl calls me and she like, yo, I just seen him. He walking down the block. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, well, he didn't come home. Da, da, da. She said, well, I guess he's on his way there now because I'm on my way to work and I see him. And I said, okay. He came in the house at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And usually when this happens, I put the top lock on. Okay. Which he did not have the top lock to it. Okay. And I put the top lock on so I could get up and come to the door. And I get up to come to the door. And he says, babe, yo, I made it home. It ain't even 7:30. Like, that shit is fucking funny. Okay, so I did laugh, okay, because he's a comical person and he does make you laugh even when you're mad or something. Okay. And I'm like, wow, I don't even know what to say to this because I usually would go off and be going crazy. And what I did was I just laughed it off. Okay. But I don't like stuff like that. And I think with him, what it is he was just the type of person that was going to do what he wants to do. To me, I found it to be disrespectful. To him, he just found it to be something that he just usually would have done. And maybe if you're dealing with somebody else, it doesn't bother them or it doesn't really matter to them. But to me, it very much does. That shit is disrespectful if we're in a relationship. And we pretty much know the bar closes at 4, especially in New York. It closes at 4. Okay, so 5 and everything else like that is a little bit too fucking goddamn much to me. Personally, that's just what I think. But yeah, the loyalty level with him is just no bounds. Um, Definitely, um, it's so many different things that he has just done. Okay, even like him and my homegirl was cool. Okay, he lined her up, got her set up. Niggas was pulling out guns on her, took her pocketbook, all types of shit. And yeah, he was the one that did it. Okay, just to take the cash, just to take the money and things like that. But try to act like he was the savior. Like, he saved the damn day. My homegirl really thought that he was like down with her and on her side. But I know him. And I'm like, I can't believe he even did that damn shit. Like, why would you do that? But this is what I'm saying. So his loyalty was just not there. And I definitely am big on loyalty. When I'm with somebody, I'm down for them. I ride or die with them. I roll with them like that. Okay. And to see that for you, it doesn't take much for you to go against. It doesn't take much for you to pretend to act. Another time, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Another time with the Sagittarius guy, he went out one night. Okay, he was a liar, a compulsive liar, all the way to the point where I think he might believe them shit. He goes out one night, okay, and he comes home early as hell. I mean, late as hell. Sorry, not early, late as hell. Early in the morning. He comes in and tells me he had a good time. It was a party bus, and he was there, and they did this, they did that, and it was lit, and it was this. I mean, for real. And I'm listening to him, and I'm believing him, because he goes out. I go to the supermarket, probably about 2 days later, and I see this girl that I know, and she's like, I'm like, hey, girl, da, 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 da. She was like, yeah, we was all on a party bus, da, 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 da. And I was like, yeah, such and such was there. Yeah, he told me all about it. And so she was like, he was there, but he wasn't on the bus. She was like, he was outside before we left, but he wasn't there. So clearly he was smashing somebody else. And you told me a whole good lie, some good shit just to say. Okay, but this is what I'm saying. So women was a problem for him. Okay, being honest was a problem for him. Loyalty was a problem for him. And a lot of times with him communicating himself, he would communicate things through songs, like send you a song or something like that. You know, if he's feeling a certain kind of way, he'll send you a song. Okay, but when I listen to the songs, definitely, if I listen to it clearly, he's clearly saying exactly what he is and who he is and how he is, you know. Um, just crazy ass shit. Just trying to think of some more scenarios with the guy. And it was a lot of together, not together. Together, getting back together. Not being together again. Okay. Even in the course of our relationship as adults. Okay. We would be together for 5 months and then not together for a whole month. Back together for 8 months, and then all of a sudden something else jumps off and takes place where you're not communicating in a certain kind of way. Okay, like you're feeling out the temperature to see if it's all right and things like that. So yeah, a lot of different things. I mean, I'm telling you, y'all, I've been through so many different things. It's crazy. All right. What else? He has three. At the time, I don't know how many he has now, but at the time, 3 different baby mothers. Okay. So, just when you think about all of this stuff and just experiencing things, one time something happened or whatever. We was all up at the hospital or whatever because it was an accident that happened to somebody. Okay. And that we all knew, and we went up there. Okay, I was up there, he came up there, his ex-girlfriend was up there, and she comes up to me like, can I talk to you real quick? So my homegirl looking at me like, oh God. I'm like, okay. I'm talking to her, and she's asking me a question. I answer her question, and she like, why would you say that, and you don't even really know me like that? First of all, hold up, bitch, don't play with me. Okay, I don't want to have to fuck your ass up, but I will. Okay? So now, I'm squaring up with the girl. Okay? Then I tell her, because they pulling her back and stuff like that. And I'm telling her, you know what? I'm here to see who I need to see. If you still got a problem, I have no problem with coming outside and handling my business outside. By the time I got outside, she was gone. Okay? But I'm just telling you things that you have to deal with because she was actually there with him.